gangsters had to find something new to do. So Vitaly decided to become a film director. He'd actually spent all his life in prison watching TV shows about gangsters and basically saying, this is not right. This is not how we live. What do these kind of like liberal actors know about being a gangster? It was quite interesting. What he didn't like about gangster movies was that the gangsters in them had a conscience, because they were the heroes of the 1990s. Putin is a multilingual civil servant and intelligence operative. He's not a gangster. He's worked with gangsters, but it's not the same thing. But he styles his speech, he styles his walk, he styles the way he dresses to look like a gangster. Well, he uses murder, but that's not because he's a gangster, that's just he uses murder. And they use gangsters, they use the mafia for business. And really through the power of television, which is completely controlled by the Kremlin, he became this sort of all-Russian hero, part gangster. Sometimes he's been playing a businessman, sometimes he's playing the soldier, sometimes he's with his top off, riding barebacked on horses. He's every type of Russian strong male. And being a gangster is part of that imagery. And that comes down to, as Borja was saying, they have these meetings on Kremlin TV, where he sits with his various governors, and he tells them off, just like, remember that scene with Lucy Liu in Kill Bill, the Yakuza scene. And again, the whole thing is framed to feel like a gangster movie. So the heroes that you have on television kind of reflect the values of a society. So in the 2000s, the main sort of TV hosts, they were very cynical but very sophisticated. And they were very European in a way. And that was an aim for society. You were meant to be like these guys. They were the models of success. Then as the protests come in with their various demands for reform, and then Putin starts his war in Ukraine to counter that, a new kind of presenter gets pushed up. They were always there, but they get promoted. They get given bigger shows. And they do these non-stop current affairs shows. And actually, I think that's very pleasurable for a lot of people, because it means they don't have to struggle anymore. All the hate you feel inside of yourself, you can let it out. It's okay. So those are, apart from all the ideological tricks that Putin had to pull, Trump does it as well. Yeah, it's not that. I think it's a common trick. But with Russia, it's very interesting because it's sort of even the way these presenters dress is very interesting. So Solovyov always dresses all in black, like a black wizard of some sort. And a lot of them are sort of playing archetypes from Russian literature who represent evil. And so you're kind of saying evil is okay. And that turns out to be very addictive. I suppose every age has its archetypal character who sums it up. And I think Surkov does for Russia. So, I mean, this is someone who grew up in the late Soviet Union, brilliant at school, wrote these very funny poems about how awful the Soviet system was and how empty it was. Comes to Moscow during late 80s, Perestroika, hangs out in the Bohemian set, goes to theatre school, kind of seen at all the parties. Then, like a lot of people, moves into PR. A lot of people from the intelligentsia and arts moved into PR. Public relations, advertising, and became very successful. Kind of reinvented the idea of what a rich man is in Russia, where he's basically in charge of media, creating political parties, culture, religion, music, kind of everything apart from energy and business and security. So all the sort of, all the software of society. And he kind of, formalizes a new form of authoritarianism, where if the Soviet Union had one party and one ideology, here the idea is to create lots of parties and thus control every narrative. So you create your own liberal party, your own communist party. So you can, any demand society has, you can manipulate it. And the ultimate aim is to make them all look worse than Putin. So you put on a TV show And you will have a debate between a right-wing person and a left-wing one. But the right-wing one is mad, Zhirinovsky. The left-wing one looks awful. The liberal looks kind of like weird, or Jewish, you know, something like that. And so the sense that you have is there is no alternative to Putin. And he was very hands-on. Every Friday, all the heads of the TV channels had to meet with him. He would tell them what the stories were, what they had to focus on, what the messages were, who was allowed on TV and who wasn't.